SHADOVIA, an RPG game that once flourished with thousands of active players and a large amount of updates. These updates occurred almost weekly and had the game sitting at tens of thousands of players. Now, the game is sitting at 50 active players and a dead Discord server. What led to this? SHADOVIA was an RPG game, and not one of those infinite RPG games you see around the platform occasionally. This was a game with an end, and all games with an end, well, they end, and this was the biggest problem for the game. Games such as Deathwarrant and Rogue Lineage are all RPG-style games similar to SHADOVIA, but the difference between these games and SHADOVIA was that the games do not have a definitive end. You don't have to battle your way to the final boss and beat those games. Those games don't have an end, and thus, each game is alive with thousands of players standing currently, and, well, SHADOVIA is not. A game that is more like SHADOVIA, Blox Fruits, is another RPG-style bandit beater game where there is a definitive end, and you can get to the highest level, you can beat the final boss, and you can finish the game. There are three major differences between SHADOVIA and Blox Fruits that keep one game very alive and the other close to 0 players, which is where SHADOVIA now stands. First, Blox Fruits receives constant updates, and the game doesn't really ever end. When you reach the end, there is always more to come and more to accomplish. Within the next month or however long it takes for an update to come, Blox Fruits will keep feeling fresh and replayable. The devs always add new stuff, and there's always a new level. There's always new maps and islands and just new stuff to try, and the game just doesn't end compared to a game like SHADOVIA. SHADOVIA hasn't had any major updates for a while, and with players reaching the end, they get kind of stuck right now. They reach the end and there's nothing left to do, so naturally they quit, lowering the player base further to where it now stands. Secondly, even in Blox Fruits' endgame, there is more content. There are tons of events that you can participate in, such as Discord events, YouTube events, or even in-game events like the Blackbeard event. You can unlock stuff that you still haven't at max level, because no one at max level is truly max yet, such as the variant, the Mihawk sword that's white. You can trade. Trading in the game is very popular compared to the game like SHADOVIA, where trading really wasn't that necessary and no one really cared about it. You can collect devil fruits. You could collect belly. You could do so much more at max level compared to SHADOVIA, which is why SHADOVIA is dead and Blox Fruits is over 100,000 players playing it right now and still thriving and growing every day. Lastly, the target audience is another big reason. This one's more minor, but it's definitely something to consider when thinking about SHADOVIA's death. SHADOVIA was targeted at a very different group of Roblox players than Blox Fruits. It is targeted at those who like the old style of Roblox, and even people who played that when that style was around. This target audience isn't very vast, and a lot of people didn't like the graphics of the game, and a lot of people also didn't happen to play when the graphics of Roblox were at that level. Blox Fruits is targeted at a very different group of players. Players who were 1, younger, like much younger, 2, who like the newer graphics, which is most people on the platform, because the newer graphics just are better, and 3, people who like anime, which is a very large amount of people on the Roblox platform. A ton of Roblox players fall under this category, and is why Blox Fruits and SHADOVIA are in completely different states right now. Even disregarding Blox Fruits as a game and not comparing it to SHADOVIA, there's other games like SHADOVIA, such as Pilgrim, that have fallen, which Pilgrim is not dead, but has been on the decline for a while, and on the contrary, there are games and some that are played in SHADOVIA which have been taken care of and are thriving, such as Arcane Lineage. Overall, I really would like to see SHADOVIA make it return, and because it was a really fun game, and I really saw a lot of people just play it. YouTubers play it, I played it, a lot of my friends played it. My friends introduced me to the game, and a lot of people enjoyed it. It doesn't seem to be the case with this game though, because the developers have talked about updates but have not delivered really, and they just don't seem to care for the game anymore. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think of the situation, and I'll see you whenever I happen to upload again, which could be a month, 2 months from now, or just it could be tomorrow. I don't know. Depends how I'm feeling. See you guys.